It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Texans and the Steelers. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Sliding out of the pocket. He hits Adams, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play and gave up a bigger one instead.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there.
Touchdown, Texans! Cooper Kupp, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their mobile quarterback, standing 6'4", it's Colin Kaepernick. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa. Here's Kaepernick to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And incomplete on the deep ball.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Sean Murphy bunting got him down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That'll be caught. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Cooper Kupp with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And I'll tell you what a bird's eye view I've got here, because that was absolutely something else to watch. Not a lot of wiggle in that. That was catch it and go, and he used those wheels of his to absolute devastating effect.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Here's Kaepernick. Off to Thomas on the left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. To throw, it's Kaepernick.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter. And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talk. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris,
his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So the drive there took 6 plays.
And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Here's Hardman on the return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They run right side with Hunt. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
This one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 36.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, and how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense. And the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on that.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Give the tackle to Tease Tabor that time. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself in the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. On fourth down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. And how about this, a fake? While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Najee Harris and the Steeler offense set to go to work once again. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session,
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
Rush in.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
no doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. On the give, this is Harris, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have here before we get to halftime. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Mayfield off the play fake. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there. Forced the ball, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line.
Hey, you better get in the weight room, son.
And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And it's complete to Adams. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? And Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. He'll buy some time right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
4th down, Mayfield. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down the turf. Incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Kaepernick now on 1st down. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Kaepernick. He's got his tight end Fryermuth over the middle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a fact.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan, How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 60 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They run with Harris. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. To throw is Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big gain.
A first down throw from Mayfield. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Buying time to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Swings this out for Hunt, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. Stonewalled on 2nd down. Now let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal from the 2. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. Do you think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also,
and got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now in Pittsburgh. 6 yards left on second down. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TV. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Joey Bosa getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Kaepernick now to throw. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He'll find Smith-Schuster again. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To throw, Kaepernick. And a big loss here as he's taken down. It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. And his first carry, he loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. Rolling to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Now Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed.
Let's go. Let's do it.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. And he'll just get back to the line of scrimmage, if that. And with a flag on the field, and that one looks to be in the area where someone was held. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Mayfield to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he completes it to Hunt. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. So that one will be accepted. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Kaepernick. Pass complete to Harris. And he'll be out at the 35. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Kaepernick to throw. That's to Freiermuth. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Now Kaepernick. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the...
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. To throw is Kaepernick. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, had it in the red zone, but anytime you're outside of the 10, that's tough. Trying to draw up a final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad.
Jones Shorty.
It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Titans and the Texans, and it comes your way next.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. Flushed out right. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kevin Farley. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Henry on 1st down, but nothing much materializing as he'll get forward only for about a yard. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 17 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown. On 2nd and 9, Tannehill.
I'm so glad you asked for a couple of offensive linemen to talk to before the game, because they told us that in last week's contest, everything was clicking. Didn't matter whether they were doing gap scheme, zone scheme, power, whatever it was working. And they expect more of the same in this game, although they're prepared for some adjustments by the defense they expect to see.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a handoff to Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Draw play. This is Henry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. So now the Titans are going to call upon their field goal unit here. This from 25 yards out. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Mayfield off the play fake. Going up top for Cup. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. On third down, Mayfield. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. Mayfield now from the 50. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And again, it's Mayfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kevin Farley. And the Titans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Running from the gun with Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup. Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Tannehill down to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Man open left side is Brown. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little, and when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Caleb Farley there on the tackle. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. being chased out left. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run this one in. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On 2nd down, right back to Hunt. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. Mayfield going to take it on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Baker Mayfield hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's caught out right by Jennings. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Tannehill. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And as he throws, he lost the football. It's loose. And the Texans say they have it. They do. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. Eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's got it to Collins, complete. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis. And it's the Saints who are out in front as that inches closer to halftime. The Saints trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And they trail the visiting Bills in that ball game at halftime. Devin Singletary, a touchdown run in that first half. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. David Montgomery, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Titans. And not much went right in those first 2 quarters. You can see the numbers on the ground there. Not a whole lot to write home about so far. Meanwhile, for the Texans, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. These 2 clubs running through their final halftime adjustments. It's just about time to get back at it. And for the call of the second half, we go back out to Houston, H-Town, and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Tannehill on first down. This is Jennings. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
And they wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
They started this drive with terrific field position, and it's going to get even better after that play. Had great options with where they started, so they decided to press their advantage, and it paid off.
Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Touchdown! Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right. All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. He completes it to Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Again, Tannehill. And right side, Henry's got it.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. A shotgun snap for Tannehill.
And he'll get this underneath to Henry.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll make this a 2nd down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And they can't bring him down.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away.
Here's Hardman on the return. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Going up top for Kupp.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
Picked by Kevin Byard. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Tannehill. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play down, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
This will go to Henry out wide.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down. Back now in Houston. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Titan football here as they trail to begin the 4th quarter. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
He has a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And quickly they get to the line. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mayfield. And I think the ball's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Mayfield off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. The sack will push him back only a couple yards, but certainly not what they were hoping for on 1st and goal. Gordon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Titans defense will celebrate the goal line stand. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They go play action. Mayfield. Catch is made by Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Play fake. Mayfield. Locates Hardman for another catch. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Mayfield with it once more. Flushed out right. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Hunt. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Out to his left. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Devin McCourty brings him down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Henry running right. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he works free. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll see he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And on the next-gen stats, we see that he traveled close to 80 yards after that initial contact. What a play.
90 ticks to go. Still time, but they need this onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans hands team recovers. A dangerous return man showing it here. And he is going to lose a big chunk of yardage. So we do have a flag on the field. So what's the call? Let's find out.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Mayfield. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's Mayfield. Completes it to Hardman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he's got some space here.
And he'll go down at the 28. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Houston, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here.
And they'll have another home date next week as a